First weekend is always an exciting time. Every team goes in, I'm not going to say clueless, but with a lot less information about your opponents than you do the rest of the time. We, as coaches, we love knowing things. We love knowing what we're about to see, breaking down video, having a good idea what our opponents are going to do. And we have some ideas about our opponents from returning players from last year, but it's brand new. And that's, in some ways, it's exciting. It's what we tell our team each year. Look, the first match you play, you just get to go out and play. And that's a great thing in some ways. You don't have to worry about, okay, in this rotation we're going to do this, and the scouting report for this player said to do this. You just get to go out and play. And I think there's maybe an innocence to that, just some fun to that I know our girls will enjoy. But at the same time, we have things we know we need to improve on just from competing this last weekend. We had our green and white scrimmage, and we've broken down video of that, and we have a pretty good list of things to improve on that we'll be doing this week. But it's a great tournament to start. Austin Peay, I know them pretty well. I've been in the same conference they were. Their coach has a daughter that my daughter played on the same club team with. I mean, we know each other pretty well. We know maybe tendencies of teams. VCU we've played the last couple of years. We beat them last year. They beat us the previous year. So another great opponent there. And then, of course, Purdue, a big opportunity against a Big Ten opponent that we're looking forward to. I would say it takes a number of people, and I think that we knew as coaches just last year how many things she brought to our program. Some of them go unnoticed because they're small, they're nuanced, but they're very real. And I think if I were to say that the biggest thing that we will miss in her is the service part, just because she was so steady. And to have a 6 rotation player that passes as well as anybody on the team, that's unusual. And I think for our team, we just have to learn every year is a little different. Your style of play will be a little different. The way you win will be a little different. What Kelly had was just an incredible mind for the game. But I think we have a number of players that have grown, that have improved since last year, maybe they have some weaknesses that Kelly didn't have, but maybe they also have some strengths that Kelly didn't have. And that's in every program around the country. We're not the only team that graduated a great player. Every team we play this weekend, they've gone through those changes as well. And so early in the year, a lot of times it's about just finding yourself as a team. Who's going to step up and take all those swings? We know that Kelly took 1,200 swings last year. That's a lot, and we have to find those for somebody on our team, but we believe we have the players to do that. Karin, as a first-team all-conference middle, is going to be out there. She's stronger now than she's ever been, and we're looking forward to how that expresses itself in hitting percentage. Great blocker, will continue to do that. Katie, as a redshirt freshman, she's going to be out there for us this year. She just a big blocking presence for our team. We saw her out there this spring do a nice job for us. Abby's going to be out there running the show, leading the Bobcats. Mare, as a libero, is, I think, just an outstanding player. I think she's one that sometimes it's not always noticed. When you have a libero that goes out there, the crowd doesn't know the difference in a perfect pass and a really good pass. They just know, oh, that's good. We didn't get aced. Sometimes just other people watching, parents, like, yay, it's good, but they don't know the many things that Mare does for our team. It makes us great, and she is consistently doing that. And I would even say this year is consistently doing that more often than I've ever seen. There are a number of great players on our team, and I say this in front of our team. I don't mind saying it publicly. We have a number of great players, but there's nobody on our team that is playing their position at a higher level than Meredith Ashe is playing her position. She's really at a top-notch level right now. I think Jamie, going to her second year, it's a big year for her. She goes from being kind of the supporting outside hitter when Kelly is the kid that's taking all the pressure off of her and is taking all the swings, to now people come in scouting Jamie and they know she's going to get a lot of swings. So I think those are the ones everybody knows about. I think the others, we'll release this afternoon to the team, and then we'll drill that the rest of the week. I think there are I would say there are 2 that since day one, preseason, we're like, okay, they're ready to go. And I would say Erica and Steph are both ready to play at this level. If I were to take one player that maybe has improved the most from the start of preseason till now, it'd be Simone Miller. She's one that, even in open gym, I think she was growing, she was improving. Then you put the coaches in the gym, and there's a couple days of what's going on here, and then she's just grown. And we've been so impressed with her. And so I think Steph and Erica are probably ready today to contribute in some manner. And Simone, I think, will be ready to contribute a lot earlier than we all thought. I think going into this year, we're probably all thinking, okay, maybe next year, but I would say 4, 5, 6 weeks from now, I think Simone's going to be ready to go out there and play. Will she? I don't know, because there's some other kids that are ready to play that are returners. But I think she'll be a bigger part of the discussion then. I think we have some other freshmen that they're learning. I think Kat is a kid that has come in and she brings some interesting things to our team. I mean, she's one of the, she probably is the smallest kid in the gym, but she serves the second hardest ball in our team behind Jamie. And she can get back there and serve it. It's a little different look than what we see from a lot of kids. And we love serving. We love kids who can get after it aggressively. And so that's something that's very interesting. I mean, even though she's smaller than Mal, she can attack out of the back row. She's an outside hitter that moved to a back row position when she got here. So I think that's something that's, again, just a little different. We have Natalie is, if you've been around our team, she's the really long one that looks really long. And she's very much in the early learning phase. But she, when things click, when she does things right, there's no substitute for height and for length. And her block touch, just her standing jump, is higher than anybody on our team a year ago. Their approach touch, when they had a time to actually take 3 steps and jump, she's playing that high. And so she's redshirting this year. She's learning, she's improving. Carly, we're waiting to get back from an injury. Carly, most people would say from the outside looking in, was probably the most prepared freshman to contribute. She's a top 100 recruit, has played at a high level club in high school, won a state championship, set a state record for kills in the state championship match a year ago. So just as a group, 6 freshmen, we're really excited about the group. And as a coach, you love when you're at this place, you've had enough time with them to really evaluate them, and you feel great about all 6 of them. That's a great year. It's priceless. I mean, it's hard to imagine a better situation for some of those kids. Karin is someone that I've talked about all summer long, that she has gone so far just out of her way and above and beyond in helping Natalie as an incoming freshman. I mean, almost every day still, and they've had open gym starting July 1, it's 2 months later, and every single day I see Karin pulling Natalie aside and say, all right, when you see this, do this. Make sure you're doing this. I mean, just coaching her, and we love that. And it's something we've talked about pretty often as a team, is we want leadership of the team by the team, because it's not just making better players, it's making better leaders. And Karin, she's not a really big voice and a big presence that's going to maybe be louder than some other leaders we've had historically, but now that she has that opportunity, she's taken it and she's done great with it. I think Abby does a great job just leading in general. I think Mayor's been great for Erica. So it's a great thing that our players can not just learn from coaches, but other players that have been there, that have lived it. In a lot of ways, I hate to say it as a coach, but a lot of ways they know better than we do, because there's a coach perspective from the outside looking in, but there's a player perspective that, okay, when you're out there and when you're hearing this from the crowd, how do you handle it? How do you focus and go back and serve when you're playing at Purdue and the band is 10 feet behind you if you're a jump server? How do you handle that? Just giving that player insider kind of a view, I think it's incredibly valuable. We just need to improve rapidly. One thing I'll share with the team today, I have a list of things that we need to improve on from this weekend, and what I tell our team every year is it's a race. Every team has a list of things they want to get better at, and hopefully it's not the same things every week, because it means you're still working on it. But every team has a list, and it's a race on who can improve the fastest from now until the end of the year. Because there are a lot of teams, they're pretty good now, but when they get to November, they're a little better, and we want to make sure we're a team that's a lot better. And that takes our entire coaching staff being really critical of things that we see and breaking down video, but more importantly, it takes our players buying in and agreeing that, yes, I could do that better, and I'm going to put the time and effort into making sure that I get better, and not just, okay, I hope it works out. It just doesn't magically happen. But if we're doing that each and every week, we're going to be satisfied with the results. We would love to get some big wins along the way. Last year we had a couple of those in preseason, and for RPI purposes, we definitely want to have those. Big Ten opponents obviously are a lot of fun. We last year went 1-1 against the Big Ten. We very nearly went 2-0. We had match point against Northwestern after beating Ohio State. We have a couple of those opportunities this year, and Purdue and Michigan. But every team we play, starting with Austin Peay to VCU, everybody we play, it's a chance for us to get better. And if we're doing that, results will take care of themselves.